What's up, Laker fans? Welcome to part 3 of my series on the new offense. In this video, I'm going to cover double drag screens, which are a simple but effective action that the Lakers use this summer. This play will demonstrate how double drag screens work, and will provide some insight on how D'Angelo Russell took this game over at the end. A double drag screen is basically a double pick and roll up high, in which the guard goes across the court, usually utilizing both screens. The first screener rolls to the basket, and the second one pops, but that can be reversed, or both can pop and both can roll. On this one, August rolls to the basket, and Nance makes good contact on his screen, creating a nice pocket. In most cases, Nance would pop out to the perimeter on this, but he saw that Philly's weak side defense was out of position and took advantage of it. But the most interesting part of this play, and perhaps the entire Summer League, was Russell right here. Up until here, the Lakers had struggled to find anything that worked on offense, in large part because of their struggles against ball denial. Right here, the camera catches Russell telling his teammates, "Hey, let's keep running that." Prior to this play, the Lakers had only scored 33 points in nearly 27 minutes. Afterward, they scored 37 in the last 13. Over those last 13 minutes, the Lakers ran 14 double drag screens or 45s, which are very similar. They scored a scorching 20 points on those, which led the comeback. I thought it was encouraging that not only did Russell see a weakness and exploit it, but the coaching staff gave him the freedom to do so. Russell was especially effective on these double drags because he has a skill set to exploit any coverage that the defense throws at him. If the defense soft hedges with the guard going over the top and the big hanging back, Russell just puts his man in jail and gets himself an easy look. He also has the pop man open if he wants it. Here's one where he and Zubac work well together on the double drag. The defender ices it, so Zubac just changes his screening angle. Then Russell puts his man in jail and it's an easy basket. Russell did well to exploit blown defensive coverages as well. On this one, the guard ices it, but his big is out of position. Russell recognizes that the guard doesn't have any help on ice and goes all the way to the basket. When Russell drew the attention of a second defender, he was great at distributing out of that as well. The coaching staff utilized double drags to exploit teams that like to trap or hard hedge on the pick and roll. Hard hedges and traps are especially vulnerable to guys who can pick and pop. So to counter that, the Lakers started putting Ingram as the pop guy rather than Nance. This play demonstrates the value of experience. Cleveland is still putting two guys on the ball handler, but they made an adjustment. They're closing out to Ingram rather than leaving him open. The problem with that is that it leaves Nance by himself, and his man is way too far away to get there in time. With experience, Ingram will be able to make this read right away, but instead he pump fakes first, and that gives Nance's guy time to recover. But even though they didn't get the dunk that they should have, they still have a great shot available. But Nance's pass ends up being well off target, so they don't get that. They end up with an okay shot, but not nearly as good as the first two that they could have had. When the Lakers struggled on double drags, it was almost always a result of the screener not making contact. The guard also has to read his defender. If he's going to cheat under the screen this far, he's got to reverse direction and pull up for the jumper. And while Russell was great overall at these double drags, sometimes he had a tendency to over-penetrate. Dribbling into congestion led to a few turnovers. As you can see, double drags aren't the most complicated play, but we have guys on our roster who could really take advantage of them.